Hello everybody, welcome to another Facebook Live. They get more and more exciting every week and this one is no exception. So I've got two web exclusives for you. The first one is called Chipped and the second one is called Blush. So I'm going to show you Blush first because it's my favourite dye that we've done so far. And it is this little bunny who is so embarrassed that he's actually turned his back on everybody and is blushing. And then Chipped is a fabulous range of chipped pots. And absolutely, you've been asking for them. We've got them for you. They're on the Highlight website and they're only available just for you. So I'm going to show you a few finished samples. I'm going to show you how to use them. And then I'm actually going to build a design with them. And of course, there's a special deal on them as well if you do want to go for these. Anything that you've already got, you'll see how they're going to mix and match with them. It's very exciting seeing, and I'm going to show you some designs from End of the Lane, which is coming up on Create and Craft, but you'll see how they all mix and match together. So first of all, let's look at Chipped. So here is those set of pots, or here are some of those sets of pots. So again, using the largest of the designs, or one of the large designs to make into the actual card shape, and then building it with other elements around it. So that's one of the first ones. Oh, and I want to just show you how our little bunny would stick in here. Now I have got some glue on him, so hopefully, there he goes, there he is, sitting, just shy, looking the other way. Hello everybody, if you've just joined us, thank you for tuning into Facebook Live. Try and get to all of your messages. Whoops, bunny's fallen off because it's a little bit shy. We'll get to all your messages. Got a really special deal for you today, which I'm quite excited about. And I'm just showing you some of the cards that we've got that have been made using Chipped. And then also giving you a sneaky peek of some of the designs coming up on Create and Craft for End of the Lane as well. So there's another one. This is a really good example of how you can bring in designs you've already got. So things like your barbed wire and your clover, bringing those into it. And then there is Blush there, hiding, all a little bit embarrassed. And then let me move these out the way to show you here. So these are the twins. Blush actually has his twin with him there. And then I've got the another one with the cracked pot, and this one again could be used with any of the flowers that you've got. It looks absolutely fabulous. And then finally, just in this little pile over here, I just wanted to show you where is that design I wanted to show you? This one. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of something that's coming up. Don't tell anybody. It is on Create and Craft, but it's now my new favourite dye, and it's the milk bottles. And can you see that milk bottle top at the top there? I'm just going to share this with you because this is a web exclusive, and I'm supposed to not tell you about this one, but never mind. There's nobody here to tell me off. You guys don't mind, but I want to give you a little tip. So first of all, when you've finished your cans of pop, keep the metal, because you see inside there, I've made a silver bottle top, and I'm going to look for other colours because I want to just show you this. So there's my bottle top, and here's my bottle. And look, you can put the little silver bottle top on the top of the bottle, and it looks like it's been pecked, and that's where the little bluebirds have been in and pecked the cream. That is such a great fun thing to do. But the little bottle top is actually a special dye, and I promise I'll do another demo with that at some point when it's properly released. And because I've mentioned it in here, maybe we might persuade Sarah to show you it sooner, and you can have it sooner because that's what I really want. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at these designs, and I've got, just move my tea out the way. I've got here Amber Glow, and I've also got the very first design that we had, which was no, it's not. Actually, I haven't got the first one. I've got Bumblebee Barn. And I chose this because I thought that this worked really well when I was looking for backgrounds to be able to have things like, let me just put these pots on and create some. Look at how we're creating, again, creating perspective. Or then I go smaller, put my other little pots on, put my little bunnies in here. So you can see they're creating these lovely little scenes. Again, here's another one, look. There's a little bunny looking out into the fields. And each time we've got, oh, this is a great one. So the pots have just been abandoned at the side of the road and Blush is there just looking out into the distance, maybe a little bit embarrassed. And then you can bring in things like our flowers, let me tuck those in around it, creating depth and dimension. And let's put these behind the pots that you can see there. So again, each time we're building these scenes and these pictures. Here's another one for us. I'm going to take these right over to the side. And this time, let's have him with a little friend. So the two of them together, looking out to see what they can see, or behind the pots. So they're actually literally creating those layers and those dimensions. And then finally, I'm just going to show you one more, which is here, and it's this one. And I love the way we can take the flowers up the tree, maybe get your wildflowers out for this one, because I think that could look particularly good. So I'm going to show you how to decoupage him up. We're going to take some pots and we're going to build a card. So I'm just going to pop these pieces out to one side and I'm going to show you what I've already prepared. So these are the pieces that I've prepared, and to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to use the side of my design and I'm looking at which way I'm going to angle this, but I'm going to take the panel up to the top there, so the tree's growing up, and rather than have it solid, I'm going to have that little piece of gold just showing through, just to break up the design and give us a little bit more dimension in here. So let's take this and do some mats and layers first of all. So we'll take the cards there and just position this. So I'm just going to check the panels. So when I'm laying this down, I'm looking at the distance that I've got as a border this side, the distance I've got at the bottom, and I'm just checking this bottom corner as well, because by doing that, it allows me to get that fairly even. So that's the first thing. Then the next part of it is this panel that's going to go up the top. And I'm going to, again, just lift this up and just put that in position, making sure that it's lined up just there. So we've got a nice design with a little bit of dimension. Now let's take a look at our pots, because I've got lots of different sizes of them here. And you know, this is one of those nested designs that we've got where we've got different elements and different dimension. So this is quite a large pot and it looks good if I have that maybe slightly off the edge, and then this one to the side with it actually sat down. So I'm going to stick this pot down, but we're only going to go halfway across. So that's going to sit there, so it's level with the bottom. This broken pot, well, no wonder it's cracked, it's just literally fallen over, is going to go to the side. And what I'm going to do with this one, and I think this would be a great thing to try at home, is put some foam behind it and let's get some height to it. So we'll create some faux dimension. So I'm just going to put my foam tape on the back of there. So hello, if you've just joined us, it's really good to have your company. I've got 2 web exclusives for you, as well as sharing some ideas and inspiration. So there are our pots. We're getting a nice, really starting to be able to see the design coming together. And then I've got my bunnies, and I'm going one to be right behind there. So he's literally, this is Blush, and he's right behind, he's behind the pot. He's already, literally between those two pots, almost hiding, but you can see his little ears. And then this one. So this one needs to be decoupaged. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the main body of the design, and then I'm just going to catch the very edges of it and shape it with my fingers. So we're getting that properly shaped. And then finally, we need the bunny tail. But I'm going to show you a cheat. So because I've only got 2 of these cut, well actually I haven't, I've got a load more, but I want to show you this cheat. I'm going to snip into the bottom, and there, that was making me laugh because it wasn't just the bottom, it was the bunny's bottom. So I'm just going to take that bunny tail out. And I remember my grandma years and years ago, she had a, oh no, it was a rabbit's tail. It was a rabbit's foot on a keychain. It was bald, this rabbit's foot. She had it for years. It was meant to be lucky. So there's the bunny. So we've now got, he's got a hole. There's his tail and there's the back piece. So when I put the tape on, I've got to make sure that if it's going to go across that hole, I don't stick it down, so I need to build it in my hand. So like this, and just build that in my hand. And then I take that piece of tape and put it back over the bottom, or the hole that I made, while where I build the tail, which is here. This needs a little bit of shaping. So like that. Just going to put that little bit of foam on there. So it looks like you've cut 3 bunnies up to make this, but in fact nobody will ever know except us that it's only 2. So there he is. There's he's all ready. I'm just going to just shape his ears a little bit, just because I think they look cute. Take the back off there because that's sticky, and that actually lets us stick our bunny to our card. So we've made the actual working mechanism actually stick. And then I've got some flowers. Now, what I want to do with these is I've got to think about where they're going to go. I'm happy that these are going to go off the card, but this is too heavy. So let's snip into it and take out some of these lighter pieces. I quite like the idea of, let's build that up high. Or do we go high this side and take that away? Actually, do you know what? I really like it on this side. So I'm going to go high and then use some decoupage. So just going to tuck that underneath my cracked pot. So tuck the stems under, put the detail up there, bring our bunny's ear to the front, and then let's just build this design over the side a little bit. So just take a tiny bit of detail, pop that so that it's there. And on this side, I just need a little tiny bit of foliage. And I really just think that if I snip out this one little piece of blossom, it will probably be enough to come right down there. Absolutely, that will do. So let's trim that round, take out the spare leaves. Don't throw anything away, everybody. Save them, because all these little pieces of decoupage always come in handy. And, you know, remember, if we've got them in our little bags that we keep and our wallets, then we're never going to be short of something to craft with. And that little fella can go just there. So there we go. That is using blush and our little cracked pots, and you can see that you've got there 2 really fabulous designs that will go back with all the things that you've already got. So go right back to the first collection with those lovely flowers. I'm going to see you next week. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget, if you've got any questions, put your questions below, and we promise we'll try do our best to answer them. I hope I'm going to see you at Crafting Live in Peterborough. Please come and see us. We've got some exclusives you won't have seen anywhere else, but they'll be there at the show. And of course, I look forward to seeing you on Create and Craft on the end of the lane.